A New Orleans native, Todd Graves, grew up in Baton Rouge, but it was at the University of Georgia that his vision began. It was not like many others, but Graves, a cum laude graduate, knew what college kids wanted, and that made him want to open a chicken finger restaurant.
They wanted a quality meal, cooked to order type of food, but they wanted to get it quick. They wanted college music playing. They wanted a cool kind of hangout place, but not in your face trying to be cool.
But you can't play the restaurant game without a solid business plan. So after graduation, Todd hooked up with childhood friend Craig Silvey, who ironically was taking a business plan writing course at LSU. It was the perfect class project for the now partners. Craig would get a grade, and Todd would get what he calls the chicken finger Bible to take to investors.
So, we're going to write this business plan. We got all excited. We got it prepared, go present it in class, and he got the worst grade in the class.
Undeterred, Todd took the business plan to every banker and private investor in Baton Rouge and heard the same thing everywhere. You don't have any money, and it's a bad idea.
And banks pretty much laughed at us when we got to the point where banks would say, you have no experience. This chicken finger idea, I've never even heard of this. This is crazy.
Chicken fingers alone will just never work.
But the more they heard no, the more they wouldn't accept it.
So literally when I set that goal, I said there's nothing that's going to stop me from getting there.
And there was California. Todd needed cash quickly, so he worked as a boilermaker at a Los Angeles refinery. 90-hour weeks. It was hard work, but good money. Until he heard about even better money, fishing for sockeye salmon in Neck Neck, Alaska. Craig joined him, and the fishing greenhorns lived in a tent on the Alaskan tundra for a month, trying to convince a boat captain for a job.
But every night the tent was iced over, from the dew.
But it was interesting because you'd see brown bears, cruising by. Once in a while you see moose.
But they finally landed a boat, which meant 20-hour days of draining, dangerous work.
Somebody was thrown out with the nets. Just a mistake. They just weren't paying attention. They drowned in the nets. Another guy got his scalp pushed back. It was crazy. People are breaking arms. You see these medical helicopters coming in, getting people that break their backs and that sort of thing because you're just working so hard.
But the sacrifices paid off because they brought back some much-needed cash. But more importantly, it showed the once unwilling investors their unrelenting appetite for success.
People realized how serious and committed we were. So in a way they thought we were crazy. But they said, if these guys are so passionate about getting this thing done, maybe this thing is worth looking into.
After practically building it themselves, the dream became a reality. The first Raising Cane's restaurant opened at the North Gate of LSU in August of 1996. The name was going to be Sockeyes, sockeye salmon, but friends talked them into Raising Cane's instead, the name of Todd's loyal yellow lab. A second Baton Rouge location a year later showed them that the college hangout eatery could work away from campus. So more stores opened, 24 now, company-owned in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas. 5 of those are in the New Orleans area, and the goal is to put 12 to 15 here.
Todd says the restaurants offer a family-type atmosphere. In fact, his wife owns a franchise too. Not a Raising Cane's, a McDonald's. And don't expect the two to compete side by side.
Hers is in Bruley, and no, I don't, and probably wouldn't put one over there next to her. Her in-laws are franchisees too, in Plaquemine and Donaldsonville, and I think I'll steer clear of those areas too, just to have good Thanksgiving meals.
And that vision of just one chicken finger restaurant near LSU apparently has few boundaries.
I said, hey, I want locations anywhere we can go, and eventually that'd be all over the world if we could do that.
And if the past is any indication, telling these two they can't do it will make it the one thing they will do.